Hey guys, welcome to another POV tutorial. In today's tutorial you're gonna see taper fade with nice curly hair. So firstly we put towel around his neck so the water don't go around his neck, and just we fully wet the hair so the hair is 100% wet. So we have to work with super wet hair because when it's wet it's longer, so don't forget about this. To have fully wet hair we use brush to brush the water to the roots, so just brush it, and also we just want to have better manipulation with the hair. After brushing the hair we're gonna find the growth pattern on the back, and then we're gonna section from the recession area. The recession area is the corner of the forehead. So firstly you can see I'm dividing just like this and just using natural sections, because I think natural sections are the best one, because the hair just react naturally. You can see I'm just keeping this hair together and not using any clips because I don't need, so don't spend time on using clips if you don't need. Now just we are creating back panel and just imagining how much we want to keep and just creating this shape. So you just have to imagine before and then create what you want. Now you can see I'm just taking piece by piece, and then I'm going to do another section. And just to look at it, I'm just look at the previous, and I'm going like 2 to 1, 3 to 2, 4 to 3. So just copy the previous section. If you don't see the previous hair, your section is too thick, so just make it a little bit slimmer. Now you can see I'm not going to the front because in the front there is shorter hair. In the previous haircut there was a little different haircut that we want now, so I'm just going to reduce the back side, because previous haircut was I think mullet or the burst face, so he has like a lot of hair on the back, so we just need to create that nice shape that are like you can see here. I'm just checking, so don't be afraid to check and go back to the hair, because it's I think like the most important thing for barbers to don't be afraid to go back and repair the bad stuff. Now you can see I'm just splitting from the crown to the middle of the forehead, and just by this we just easily connecting the sides to the top. I recommend to just a little bit elevate. Elevation means just to put your hair a little higher or lower, but we're gonna go higher because we want to reduce weight, so the sides will naturally flow to the top. Now you can see I'm just picking from the back to the front just a little bit. He said to me that he don't want to shortening the top a lot, so I just taking bit by bit and just taking it just a little. Now you can see I'm putting paste into my palms. Just go all around the head to the roots, and don't be afraid to shake with the hair. And I recommend to go to the wet hair because the haircut will last longer, and the paste is not on the hair but in the hair, so don't forget about this. Now I'm just creating the zero line for our taper fade. You can see how the sides, how the back is just going to the front, like so I'm creating the round shape on the back because I think it looks better for the taper to like more natural, and you will see later how it reacts. Now I'm going to the biggest guard, so it's number 3, and just reducing the weight that is not gonna be necessary for us, and just we create the space for the taper fade. Now here you can see I'm just using shaver, just little dots, and then with the flicker motion I'm just leaving the 1 centimeter and flicking and creating that nice little dots. Here we are with the fully open clipper. Then we use Andes. This is like 0 gaps, little bit, and then we're gonna go with the closed clipper and little bit open and half open. Here we are with the 1.5 guard, going a little bit under where number 3 was, and with the number 1 we just go a little bit under where the 1.5 was. I think it's really easy, you just have to go step by step, and you will create nice fluid taper fades. Don't forget to go back to watch, but I recommend to use more guards, because a lot of times barbers recommend to skip the guards, but I think when you skip the guard you can do mistakes. Here we are with the shaver on the sides, just little bit, and we are just creating a taper fade on the side. So fully open 1.5 guard, then fully open clipper, the Andes trimmer, and the closed clipper, and half open clipper, and playing with it and trying to create that nice fluid fade. Here you can see that I'm just trying to connect that the roundness to the side, so it will just create that nice shape. Here we are with the contours, so I want to recommend to imagine how you want this contour to create, and just look at the Instagram and barbers how they do the contours, and just try to recreate the taper fades you like on the Instagram and or TikTok, and you will see your growth. Just imagine and try to recreate it. Don't go too deep, but you can go deeper around the ears, because there is not like good to grow. But if you go on the contour where is the temple, I don't recommend to go too deep, because when it regrows it looks not good. Here you can see I'm just putting a little bit more paste, and you can see I'm just playing with it and trying to create it even better. Firstly, I'm just wetting the sides and trying to have fully dry hair on the sides, because if I want to just make best taper fade or best fade, you have to use scissors, so you have to work with the dry hair. So I just make it now. Here you can see I'm detailing it, and here we are with the front contour. This was when I said don't go too deep, because we don't want that harsh regrowth from that, so I recommend to leave there a little bit more hair, so you will have that nice C cup. Here we are with the scissors. Just play with it and practice comb. Scissors over comb, I think, is the maybe most basic thing you have to do, and practice it, because you will use it a lot while you creating that connection between the fades and top. Here we are with the shaver, just detailing the contours, and don't forget about the scissors. With the scissors you will create even better taper fades and fades, so these details just matters, and go with this. You can see I'm just going back and back to the contours, because I think it's really essential to pay attention to these details. This is really what makes the difference, and don't forget to use also razor, because that's another difference maker. Here we are with the another side, just imagine how it was in the previous side and trying to recreate the same taper as it was there. Here we are with the contours, so you can see I have a lot of hair there, so the contours just looks really sharp, and we don't need to use enhancements, and we just use contour detailer to contours, and it will just pop up really great. But you have to work with that hair and look under the hair, so you don't go to the growth. So like I said before, don't go too deep in front of, because like I don't really like that regrow from the sharp, really sharp contours that are not natural. Here we are with the around the ear contour, and just playing with the sides and trying to create it even better. So here we are back on the back side, and we just want to create a nice fluid taper fade on the sides. So you can see, yes, there's some holes, so we just use scissors and trying to remove the dark spots that you see there. Here you can see I'm just going all around, and I just want to recommend you to use this technique in every haircut. It will really make the difference. And also this, don't forget about razors around the contours, because this really makes it even more sharper, so it will looks better. Just practice it. It is not hard. Just use a good angle, and you will create nice contours. With the top, we just finish it with the diffuser, so we create nice curly hair with that paste. It was made paste, so we just define that curls, and we will create the shape we want, and also the shape we created with the scissors. As I said before, don't be afraid to go back to the detailing, and this like really makes the difference. So go back, check it, and look where you can improve it, and it will be even faster after few haircuts. Now you can see I'm just shaving his neck with the razor. I recommend to do it with the razor because every client said to me that it's really comfortable. Don't forget about the powder, so the skin is not like disturbed or have acne or something. So last details, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any question, just ask, or if you have any recommendation for the haircuts, just put it in the comments, and now enjoy. Your way hair.